Good morning. I'd like to thank Bob Geiger and the Financial Stewardship Committee for this opportunity to provide an update from the business office on our 2024 stewardship campaign, Calling All Hearts and Hands. First, let me give you an update on our progress against our stewardship goal for this year with a look at the numbers. I always do that. As of Friday, we received 202 renewed and 11 new pledges, totaling $644,000 in pledge commitments, and representing 75% of our $860,000 campaign goal for the year. 69% of the pledging households have increased their giving on average by 9%. Compared to last year at this time, there are 15% more households increasing their pledge, and on average, they're increasing their pledge by 15% more than last year. That is a wonderful trend. However, as with any stewardship campaign, there's always a however, there are a small number of pledges that have been dropped or reduced for varied reasons, which has the impact of reducing this year's campaign increase over last year to about 4% at this point of the campaign. To meet our goal, our pledge goal of $860,000, we need the overall increase over last year to be 9% by the end of the campaign. So, we're 3/4 of the way towards our annual goal. However, that still leaves us with $216,000 gap. So if we're unable to close this gap in the coming weeks, then we're required by policy to identify additional expense reductions in the budget to balance against projected income. So the current 2023 operating budget was created with the idea that the offering shortfall we had last year was a result of a temporary financial environment. So to balance the 2023 budget, we used $43,000 of non-operating funds for the majority of this year's local mission budget. As these funds are not replenished, this is not a sustainable practice. We set the 2024 operating budget, and with it, bringing local mission fully back into the budget, under the assumptions that market conditions would improve and be favorable for an increase in giving. Well, the good news is we do appear to be coming out of a down financial market, with the S&P 500 up 18% year to date, and inflation coming down, now around 3% over the last 12 months. And our assumption of an increase in giving seems to be holding true, given the strength of the campaign to date. We now just need the remaining households who have yet to renew their pledge to follow in that same spirit. When Leanna and I and our two daughters joined SBC back in 2005, I had no idea all the ways in which SBC touches so many people near and far. But now that I've been on staff at the church for the last 2 years, I've come to better understand the immensely positive impact of all the dedicated people of this congregation who love this church, love this community, and love to serve. I'd like us to do everything we can to make sure this dedicated group of people, us, striving to be the body of Christ, can continue its faithful mission. In closing, a warm and heartfelt thank you to all of you who have already submitted your pledge. Your commitment to this church is very much appreciated. And for those who have yet to renew their pledge, please do in the next few weeks and consider matching or exceeding this year's average pledge renewal increase of 9%. We are depending on your pledge so we don't have to make cuts that impacts SBC's important missions. You'll find pledge cards in the pews to make your pledge today, or you can contact the business office or pledge online. But remember, everything we do here at SBC comes from what's in your hearts to give, your time, talent, and treasures. Thank you.